Today we are going to have an important conversation, and I need to say it up front. This conversation is not for everybody. It's not for people who have already made it in life, people who lack nothing, people who are okay in life. This conversation is for people who are not okay, who want to be more, people who want to either start building their lives or people who want to start rebuilding their lives. You are welcome. This is CJC's motivation. The topic today is you are more, therefore arise and be more. You are more, therefore arise and be more. I want to ask you a question. At what stage are you in life or in your life journey right now? At what stage are you? Are you in the building stage? Are you in the rebuilding stage? For myself, I am in the rebuilding stage. So I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to discuss certain things with you today. Maybe it's going to help somebody. So whether you are standing on the foundation of something new or you're just picking up the pieces of your life or pieces after a fall, ask yourself, are you in the building stage or are you in the rebuilding stage of your life? It's very important that you understand where you are in life so that you will be able to move forward. Anyway, it doesn't matter where you are in life. It doesn't matter at what stage you are in. The important thing is that you are here. That is the most important. You are here and you have not given up yet. And you know what you want. This is very important. Now, let's start. Your setback does not define you. Your setback does not define you. Yes, I understand. I get it. You have made all sorts of mistakes. I know you have made some bad choices and decisions that impacted your life negatively. So, but they do not define you at all. They don't define you. You have to understand that. Many of you may have suffered different types of setback in your life. Your mistakes don't define you, and your mistakes don't have to be the end of life, and it does not have to be the end of your story. Your past does not define you. I say it again, your past does not define you. Your dreams, those dreams that you have, they are not dead. The dreams are not dead, so you don't have to give up. Another thing I want you to take in today is you have the power to silence the negative voices. You have the power to silence the negative voices. Yes, I know there are voices telling you otherwise. There are both internal and external voices that whisper things like, it is too late, you will never make it, or even asking you, why even try? Why do you want to try? So you better give up. The negative voices can be deafening sometimes. They can be so loud, drowning out any kind of hope. And trying to stifle your belief. And the worst part is that the more we listen, the more they feel like the truth, but they are not the truth. You may have many voices coming from everywhere, even from the people who are closest to you, even internally. But the truth is this. The negative voices telling you that you can't make it tend to be louder than even the positive voices. Today, I have come to lend my voice to those voices saying that your dreams are not dead. I have come to lend my voice to you today. I am here to be one more voice and to remind you that your dreams are not dead. So, what do you do? I have come to tell you, arise and become. I'm going to share something very soon from the scripture from the Bible. I understand not everybody is a Christian, but this is where I get my source of hope and my strength. So arise and become. I have come to tell you, arise and become more. You are more. Arise and become who God created you to be. Arise and start building or rebuilding your life. Arise and become who you are meant to be. Arise and step into the life that you were meant to live. Is it about your past mistakes? Leave them behind. I have some bad news for you. You are going to make more mistakes as you move on. So leave them behind. Is it about the setbacks that you have suffered in the past? I am telling you, let them teach you the lessons they have come to teach you, and you have to move on. So what is it that is holding you back? What is holding you back? I want to read this scripture for you. Just a moment. I read this scripture for you. In the book of Joshua chapter 1 verse 2, there's something interesting. The story behind it is that the Israelites, they came out from Egypt, from the slavery, and they were moving towards their promised land. And all their life, they have known Moses as the leader. And then Moses died. They become very despondent. They become very unhappy, confused, not knowing what to do. Then, in verse number 2 of Joshua 1, it says God was speaking to Joshua, who ultimately took over the leadership. He said, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now, therefore, arise, go over this Jordan, you and all these people, to the land which I am giving to you, giving to them, the children of Israelites, or the children of Israel. The word that interested me there, it says, arise, arise. You have to make that decision to arise. You have to make that decision to arise, to rise up, to stand up from your despondency, from whatever setback you have had in the past, from whatever that has been keeping you down. You have to arise. And so another thing that interested me there is arise and go over Jordan. Arise and go over this Jordan. This Jordan. I don't know what is standing in your way. Jordan was standing in their way. You have to make that decision to arise. So what is that one thing you need to go over today in order to move forward? What is that one thing you need to move to, that thing you need to go over? He said, arise and go over this Jordan. The one thing you know that you need to overcome to start moving forward. What is it? Is it the negative mindset you have had all the time? Now is to go over this negative mindset. Your excuses, now it's time to arise and go over these excuses. Is it you've been feeling sorry for yourself? Arise and go over it. Pity party, arise and go over it. Procrastination, arise and go over it. So you need to arise and go over it. There is another scripture, that also that quite is very interesting to me. It's in the book of Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 18, and I read it. It said, I told them how the hand of God had been favorable to me, and also about the king's words, which he has spoken to me. Then they said, let us arise and build. So they put their hands to the good work. Let us arise and build. Let us arise and build. So you have to arise. Nothing happens until you arise, until you make this decision. No positive change will happen until you make the decision to arise. They say procrastination is the thief of time. Procrastination, giving excuses, will keep you where you are and you will not make progress. So you have to arise. Then another thing that I want to bring to your attention is that disruption follows intention. Disruption follows intention. Whenever there is intention, there will be disruption. So when you make this decision to arise, don't expect that things will go smoothly. There will be disruption. Whenever you set an intention to rise up or to build or to rebuild, don't be surprised when your life throws obstacles on your way. So when it comes, don't be discouraged. Remember, disruptions follow intentions. Those challenges are part of the journey. They are here to build you up, to test your resilience, to push you closer to who you were meant to be. So don't forget it. Disruption follows intention. So don't quit, don't back down. I know it's easy to feel like giving up, but that's exactly when you need to keep going. You don't need to quit. You don't need to back down. I tell you a bit of a story. I have had several setbacks in my life, and most of them affected me. I used to be somebody on the, on the television, speaking to people on the television, traveling to different countries and speaking to people face to face, thousands of people face to face. Life, when life came, when I had my own share of what life, throws at people, that really, discouraged me. At a point, I was so afraid to come, to show my face on the television. If you watch my YouTube channel, I started doing no face channel. I wasn't showing my face on the. I was scared to start showing my face again. So all the 4 years ago, 3 years ago, I was doing, putting out videos without face. And at a time, life hit again. I even stayed away completely from YouTube. And then, I had to arise. I had to tell myself, go back to YouTube. Now I went back to YouTube. I just started back to YouTube. Now I just started, I continued on the CJC motivation and started showing my face. Yes, I started showing my face. I know even when I had my setback, when I wrote my Facebook, I couldn't put my name on the book. I had to use, another name, I had to use another name on it until I have written, by the grace of God, several books, at least about 6 books now. So I said, why should I continue using a pen name? I need to put my name on that book. So I started, I've written some books on leadership and self-development. So you need to make that decision to arise. Are you struggling? Even recently when I went back to YouTube, I am struggling with, views. But for 4 years, 3 years ago, I was having views, thousands of views, and But now I made the decision that I have to go back to YouTube. I had to arise. But I'm struggling with having views. Yes. So what am I trying to tell you? It will not be overnight. Even when you make your decision, I said you will arise. Don't expect everything to fall in place overnight. Give it time. Give it time to grow. Give it time to mature. Everything worth having takes time and dedication and patience. Don't expect overnight success, like I said. Let things grow. Let things mature. Give yourself time to evolve. You will be okay. You will be okay. You are more. Therefore, arise and become more. The mountains you're facing or you're climbing right now, whatever struggle you are facing, it is building strength within you. So arise and become more, because you are more. Keep moving, keep building, step by step, one day at a time. You are becoming more. One day at a time, step by step, you are becoming more. The time now, this is the time to arise. Not tomorrow, not someday, it is now. Thank you for listening. If you like this video, I would like you to like it and share and subscribe to this channel. And I will come back with other videos to encourage you, to encourage ourselves so that we can grow together. Thank you for listening.